Hey guys, what's up? So the next poem I'm going to be reading is poem 756, and this is called Unconnected. This is brand new. I like the idea of this so much, I'm thinking of elaborating into a script. Love is poetically beautiful when you're in it, but this poem is about fighting to get it. It's the urge of your desire, the ache, the want of the object of affection. Problem is, sometimes they don't feel what we feel, and that is what this is about. But in this, it's about four men with completely different personalities that are linked to one another by friendship, but are never connected because of difference of emotions. Unconnected. His light brown hair moved a bit, but went back to its place. Shaved sides. If I was a barber, it'd probably be a number 2. Emerald green eyes that stood out, even in the dark. Oh, that incredible smile. Those pearly whites that have been seen by so many in those Hollister ads still make me melt. That body chiseled and structured, perfectly filled with sweat. If it wasn't moving, it looked like a statue. I still remember the way it felt to be held by him, even if it was just one night. The way the sweat strolls down on those pecs, and the way the men surrounded him like a school of fish, and all of them kept dancing to the music in the club. I looked down at the drink he asked for, the ice cube still moving a bit, adjusting my reading glasses. I took a sip curiously, but made him a face when I realized how strong it was. He took a break to come have a sip. He smiled at me. What do you think of the drink? I laughed. Too strong for my taste. He laughed. I wish he knew how much it hurt to love him and to know that I could never really have him when he belonged to them. A guy walked by him and gave him a kiss on the mouth, saying something about a pool party Saturday. He waved at me and walked away, telling me he'd see me later. My friend just arrived. He got here from one of his friends. He took a seat right by me, and told me he'd read my blog, the poem I wrote about my obsession. He said it was beautifully written. He said the way I looked at you. But I wasn't paying attention and nodded his head. He started talking, but I was in La La Land. You are an incredible writer, handsome, sweet, funny, generous, and so loyal. There are so many deep layers of you that extend. They go further and further. I kept expressing how I felt in a poetic way for 30 minutes, maybe thinking he would appreciate how I expressed myself. I looked back at what he was looking at and still didn't understand the dynamic of this invisible relationship he had. Here I was pouring out the way I felt about him, but all he was doing was still looking at him again. What was it? What did you just say? Useless. My friend that brought me here signaled me to come over, gave him a hug, and told him that I had to go. I got into my friend's car. He was about to start it when he took the key out of the ignition and asked and looked at me. I need to tell you something. I'm not really good with all this emotional crap. I'm just not that kind of guy. Maybe that's why you haven't seen it. But for the past year, I haven't seen you chasing this guy that's chasing someone else, and I'm here watching on the sideline. I want to be the guy you're chasing. I looked at him shocked and couldn't believe all of this. All I could give him was a face of pity. And the only thing that came out of my mouth was, sorry, I don't feel that way about you.